Hey guys. As you can see, we have pumpkins. You know what that means?
We're carving.
Okay guys, we're gonna try and see if we can do this or this. So
So first we're gonna dig in.
First, you gotta take out the top off. What are you talking about?
Dig in.
Okay.
The fast movement.
Okay. This isn't a pumpkin tutorial while we're at it. After you take the top off, always cut the guts out of the top.
I don't think I made a big enough hole. But
No, you definitely
I know I
did
didn't.
not. Oh my god.
it's been a while. Actually, it's just been a year. I
That was
can't
such
really
a
use
funny
it.
joke.
It's not funny when you say that.
Okay, we're supposed to be telling spooky stories.
Okay, you're first.
Okay, guys. So one time, I was sitting on my couch. This was like I was maybe 7. Okay, and I had this like music box, and this music box like it only worked if you put a key in it or if you press the
I
button.
have the same story, basically. Continue.
Anyways, so I was sitting on my couch one time. Both my parents were outside. They were doing like yard work, whatever. I didn't want to. So all of a sudden, I hear the music box going off. And by the way, I was like 7 years old. And it was at a really, really high shelf. I couldn't reach it either way, even if I wanted to. That freaked me out. So I was sitting there, and you know when you're watching a scary movie and you're like, oh,
Don't go to the scary thing.
I went to the scary thing because I was really curious. I then walked to my room and I looked inside. This is the door. This is my foot. Okay, as soon as I just put my foot, I was like walking so slow. I was so scared. As soon as I went like this, it stopped. I was shook to my core. I was so scared. I ran outside and then I think I did spend the rest of the time outside.
Whoa.
I got rid of it. So
Yeah, I have a lot, but let's just do one that was like Kaylin's. There's one night where I woke up at like around like 3:43 or something.
It wasn't
that
the
long.
exact time.
3? No, and I couldn't fall asleep whatsoever, and I kept on like hearing someone coming at my door, and then after it was my dad. But anyways, no, first I hear people coming at my door, but then I hear someone on the side of my room like walking back and forth. And I was so scared, I was just laying in the side. And I was like, who keeps on coming at my door? At that point, I was like, it's my dad. But then I'm like, who's walking in the side of my room back and forth? And right at that time, I was like thinking intensely about like my grandma who's dead. Anyway, so my dad kept on coming into my room because my mom and dad were sleeping. And all of a sudden, they both woke up at the same time because they heard a lullaby song. And it wasn't any normal lullaby. It was a little toy that's like a moon and a cow. It's the one my grandma gave me when I was like a baby, and we had it like stocked up in like far away in like boxes, and my parents both woke up and just heard the lullaby, and that's the lullaby my grandma used to sing all the time. Both my dad kept on checking on me every night, at my door, and then at the next day passed, and I was like, something weird was happening. I was like, I could hear people walking on the side of me, and my dad never came on the side of my room, but he did come to my door, so it was an answer for that. But no one ever came to the side of the room, so now I'm still wondering who was walking inside my room.
Maybe it was a cow.
It was really creepy because the thing, you have to pull it. It's like a toy that you pull really like intensely for it to play music, and it was just randomly playing music, and it was the lullaby my grandma used to sing. This tool actually helped me a lot, guys.
Yeah, there's never been a time that I've never used my fingers. Like that I haven't not used my fingers.
Same,
This is actually working really well.
but they are getting into my nails when I do use my fingers.
Well, I'm not using my fingers. That wasn't the whole point of my sentence. You may be wondering, why are you wearing groom's shirts? Let me tell you, it's
I don't think
because
they're wondering.
I am the groom crew.
And I'm Team Groom. Really needing to get these.
Guts.
Does it look good to your likings?
No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Why is mine like rotten?
Are you kidding me?
Like inside, it's like kind of rotten.
I'm so messy. It's giving my soul. No one sees my rotten soul.
I feel like okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
How do I draw this?
Do I have an extra jewel? Oh,
No, but you can wait.
okay.
That's so mean. Two of you can like one bullying or calling you for 20 minutes. Guys, my drawing is done. But now the next step is to poke holes in it. So the marker will rub away because it gets like weird. But if you poke holes with this thing, it doesn't go away because there's holes in it.
Touche. Me when I play chess, I always say,
That's not
touche.
That's not chess. That's like
I always say it when
like
I'm playing chess.
fencing.
But you can still say it when you play chess. Am I wrong?
Okay guys, time for another scary story. I was with my cousins up north where we go for the country house, whatever that like my great grandma used to own, and like all the kids and like all the grandkids always go up during the summer. And this year I decided to bring my friend Zoe. And then there's this like haunted house. Whoever's new, everyone that's like already there knows it's fake, but whoever's new, we always trick. So we always say that there's like this ghost girl named Marie-Eve that lives there. And in this like tree house, and the story is that like she ran away, lived in her tree house, and then she died, and her parents came looking for her. Anyways, because there's like a busted like broken down tree house in her backyard. We decide to go, it's like 12 o'clock at night, and we're just roaming around. So we're all going around, we go to Marie-Eve, whatever. And as we're coming back, it's like a simple road, but we wanted to like take the long way, which is all the way around, all the way back. So we take the long way all the way around, all the way back, and then we almost got hit by a car because it was like the highway. If we continue on this highway path, we can go straight back to the house, or we can take this like weird road that goes in between. We didn't want to keep going on the highway because we didn't want to get hit by a car, so we decided to take the weird way in between. Plot twist, there's no lights on that street, and it was totally like at night in the middle of the forest. Now, you may be thinking,
You're really stupid. You shouldn't have done that.
well, we thought we were safe. We were safe. Everything was fine. We start heading down the street. As we're heading down the street, there's like no lights, except for one light all the way at the end of the street. All the way at the end of the street, there was one light, okay? So obviously there's people like living or whatever, so they have houses. We're looking, and like my cousin, he's like,
oh my god, what's that? Oh my god.
what's that, like trying to scare us? At some point, he's like,
Oh my god, guys, what's that?
and we're like, oh my god, shut up. Like, he goes,
No, I'm not joking, look.
so we all look up. I kid you not, you guys are not gonna believe me. There was a man in complete white, dressed head to toe, white, like a white suit, white pants, white everything, levitating in the middle of the street with one light. What the? I told you, scary as right? We're freaking out. I literally grabbed a rock off the floor because there's no turning back now.
Yes.
There's no turning back now. We have to continue going on this street. As we're heading closer, this guy literally walks off. And we realized that we're really stupid because he was standing in the back of a black pickup truck. And you can only see him pearlescent in this whiteness because of the one light. So we're really stupid. As I said, we're in the middle of the country. So the land is very sparse. So this guy walks off into his land. And his land is huge, so let me tell you. And we were not that far away. So from the time that we walked to his car to realize that it's a car, he should have still been able to be seen walking to his house because his land was that large and his house was that far away from any direction. Any direction that this guy walked into, you would have been able to see him. He was gone. Disappeared. Absolutely gone. So we ran home. As soon as we got back, I go tell my aunt. And she started telling me back when she was a kid, she lived in this like apartment building and all the kids used to play. And then one day, all the kids saw this guy like run up a tree and he was dressed in complete white and then he disappeared. And I was like, oh my god, you brought him to us. And then she goes, oh, now that I'm older, I realized that he was wearing a white suit. He went up, took off the suit. I said, who does that? Who climbs up a tree and takes off a suit? I said, you brought the ghost here and this is just the way that it's.
Well, this is a really short story. Okay.
You know what's really scary? Your dance class story.
You're not bringing this in because they already know about it. Guys, that haunts me. You guys should feel welcome that you guys get haunted by the memories.
This isn't a song.
I know, I just made that up, guys. That was 4. I always had, no, not 4. 7. It's a big difference, but I'm pretty sure I was 7. Basically, every single time I would fall asleep, I would like, so I shared the same room with my brother at that point. And my brother had this like pirate bed, and I had this like bunk bed.
If you start saying that you got abducted by pirates in your dreams, I'm gonna laugh in your face.
Kind of close. There used to be a Winnie the Pooh. It was my Winnie the Pooh that was given to me when I was something, I don't know, birthed. We used to place him on the edge of the boat, like right in the front. Every time I went to bed, I used to just stare at him, and then every single night I had a dream of him coming up and like walking up to me. He like turned into a devil or something, and he like attacked me. Yes, Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
And then he was downstairs, and I kept on having dreams of him coming upstairs to me, and I had all these like horrible dreams of just Winnie the Pooh just coming to me. I think this is not real, but it's really weird. Like some part of me thinks it's real, but I know it's not real. One time I was asleep, and then I got up to go pee, and then I was 6 instead of peeing my bed, okay? And then
you really didn't have to add this.
I know, I know. And then I walk out, and then I walk in, and I come into my bed, and I swear to God, he just like jumps down. But this is so stupid because it's not true. But I bet it's not. It didn't happen. But I swear to God, he just like falls, and then I'm just staring at him. He turns his head, but I don't know if that's true or anything. I think it's because my haunted dreams. Basically, Winnie the Pooh moved his head and turned to my face. And that's it. But I was getting terrorized by him for like, years.
I finished my poking, but I didn't start carving. As if you're not a pumpkin carving master like I am, I'm then gonna explain to you the steps. Putting these dots in, it helps you because all you have to do now is just follow the dots. If you were to just keep the marker on, you start cutting, the pumpkin gets like watery and stuff. It's gonna wipe the marker away and then it's just gonna be black and it's just gonna be horrible, so you won't be able to see. Yes. Right now, one of the smart things that I should do is wipe off the marker. You should use this as a tutorial for your next pumpkin carving missions. Guys, this is the last day of First Twins October.
I know, I'm kind of sad.
I know. Just because First October is over does not mean that we're gonna stop
Halloween?
posting. Oh.
Why would we stop Halloween? Why am I like controlling
Doesn't mean we're
Halloween?
gonna stop posting. We might stop posting every week. Well, I mean, we tried to post every week during First October, but it didn't really work. We have school and stuff.
We have a life, guys.
I do have to get my grades up.
Same.
Try your best. Always try your best in school, guys. You never know what you want to do in the future. You might say,
Oh, I don't want to do this now.
but at least you're gonna have the option. You don't want to You don't want to say,
Oh, I don't want to do this, so I'm not going to try.
you're gonna fail, and then whatever you want to do, you end up actually not wanting to do it, but you have no other options because you didn't try. Ask for help if you need it. This is a therapy session. This is one of my biggest issues. I don't ask for help because I think I can just do it by myself, and if I don't, then I'm a failure. Asking for help is so okay, guys, because I recently started asking for help. I'm excelling, let me tell you that.
Yes.
And even if you don't want to ask like a teacher for help, you can ask one of your friends.
If you have friends. Don't say that.
Where are your friends? Don't even stress about it.
I'm
You think you don't have friends? Where are your friends?
I was kidding, guys.
If any of you guys like aren't people that we know in real life and you're like strangers that are watching our videos, you can always give a quick comment. You can comment on our TikToks. You can DM us on TikTok. Anything, you can talk to us. Our TikToks are always linked in the bio, so if you ever want to find them, you can always find them from there. Tell your friends.
Yeah, make sure to
Tell your friends.
like and subscribe. I feel like delinquents.
Just because we want to be YouTubers doesn't mean we're stopping school. Guys, I'm in high math. I'm getting my grades up. And just because I want to be a YouTuber doesn't mean that I'm not getting myself open to these options.
You always have to think that you're gonna succeed in life and always have the happiness.
Why is this therapy and
I really want to be. You always have to have the hopes that you're gonna succeed and always say,
Yes, I'm going to do this when I'm older.
but always have the thought that it could not work out. And
always have a plan B.
always have a plan B, but always enthusiast and always like be there for your plan A.
Yeah,
Like, never
you
give
can
up.
so get it. Whatever you want to do, you can. If you put enough work into it, you can do it. I believe in every single one of
I
you.
believe in you.
Also, guys, we do want to be YouTubers, so tell your friends. Except if we know you. If we know you, don't tell your friends.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's why I can be a lumberjack.
One said you couldn't. You can do whatever you want.
This is why you have to listen to our quotes.
Do you want to be Erica's plan B as a lumberjack?
How did you know?
My plan A is a lumberjack. When we become famous and live in LA, we better see edits from like this talk, this moment, from like then versus now.
Oh my god, I love those. I'd actually be in tears the first time I see that.
If I ever see an edit of us, I'll think I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry. That's how you know you made it, when you get an edit.
You get Wattpad stories.
I'm so mad that you showed me this. Can't erase.
Well, that was the number that I gave you, so you could be mad at me.
Where are you trying to make me mad at you? I'm mad I say it.
Leave it on Debbie Co.
Oh yeah. Echo, we're out for you.
We got one hate comment on our TikTok from this guy named Davico.
It wasn't really even a
It
hate
wasn't
comment.
even a hate comment.
I'm
It was
offended.
Yeah.
I am offended.
It was like one of our TikToks, and he just literally wrote like, "What?"
With the emoji that makes me so mad. It's the
Anyways.
ones that like
Like
the
the
eyebrows.
rolling eyes. Every single time, if we ever have an issue, we always blame it on Davico. So Davico, if you're watching this, just know that you are the literal cause of every single one of our issues. Deborah.
Guys, I have a teacher. First of all, I call her by her first name, and first of all, I call her first name the wrong way. This is like the second day. I was late to class, and then I was supposed to have detention with her because I was late to class, but look at me when the bell rings. I take all my books, I leave right away. Everyone's behind me in class. Little did I know she's calling my name to come back in class, so I just ran away. This is the second day I had her, and now I think she's hitting on me now.
Guys, don't be like Erica.
What? Guys, I'm a good student. After that, let's talk about today. So I was like, I need my English teacher to like me again. So I'm doing all this work at lunch. I did all my essays and stuff. I did all my work. And look at me coming when the end of school to her class to give in my paper. Oh wait, the lights go off while I'm giving her my paper, and then but the funny thing is, she's in a class. The class just ended, so she's talking to all the people in the class. You see me come in, she doesn't know I'm in, so she's just talking to the people in her class that are staying after class just to talk to her. And then I just walk in. The lights are off when I walk in. I'm like, "Don't worry, miss, I got you." She's probably like, "Whose voice is hearing in this distance?" And I put on my flash. I'm like, "I got you." And she's like, "Oh, that's nice." And then she keeps me for about like 9 minutes after just to help her turn off all her lights because I have a flash. So now I think she likes me. Also, she told me, she's
Like, Erica, go turn off all the lights on the shelf.
look at me. I went to the shelf. All the lights were battery powered. I'm like, how am I supposed to turn off the lights when they're battery powered? And this is the power that went off. So I turned on the batteries, and then the light turned on, and then I turned it off, and I'm like, well, this is battery powered. And she's like,
No, but there's so many of them.
I'm like, okay. So I just turned the batteries on and off, acting like I was doing something. Watch tomorrow, the powers come back on, all her shelf is lighted up. I regret that so much. Now she's about to hate me even more. She goes, "Miss, I got you." I pull it up high, and then I made sure to put the flash on my face so she knew what I was.
Confused what you were doing. If Erica didn't stop to give her teacher the paper, we would have been on the stairs, and 1000% I would have fell down the stairs because the power just literally ran out randomly.
Oh my god. My English teacher's like,
Do you know who turned off the power? Did someone turn off the power?
I say, "Yes, miss. In fact, I was the one who turned off the power and is standing behold of you with my flash." That's my scary story.
He was walking straight, the lights went off, he then started walking crookedly. I say, just because the lights went off doesn't mean you don't have a sense of direction.
One time I was in woodworking and this guy cut off his like full finger.
Oh, same. One time I was working, this guy sanded off his finger.
Oh my god, I witnessed someone sanding off his finger too. This person tried to help me. He took the wood, instead of the wood, he just put his fingers there. I said, I don't need no help anymore.
But one time I got literally attacked by a bandsaw. Like the thing came off and like it attacked me and my friend.
I'm scared of woodworking.
I'm scared of the bandsaw.
Here. Oh my god, I was using the sander.
Sorry, I just thought of a story too.
Yeah, I was using the sander, I had the wood, and it was like a full plank. I'm making a chair, right? I'm using it, I'm dumb. I'm using it, it flies into the air, flies all the way across the classroom, all the class. It wasn't funny.
Today, I was in woodworking and me and my friend, we have to use the drill bit, whatever. I'm saying hold it down tight because I have to go like with the thing. She's holding. Go, I'm letting up, she lets it go. It starts spinning, it's a piece of wood, it's spinning now everywhere. I said, oh my god. She's like, ow, ow. I then had to like press the button, it was so intense. I said, why'd you let go?
The person that goes to our school, he took a picture of my whole neighborhood and circled every single house trying to get to my house.
Oh my god, Erica has a stalker.
I have multiple.
Erica
I'm
has a
just
stalker
kidding.
who logged into her Google account and messaged himself from her Google account. And every single time she's like in a premises, he's always like,
Oh, some little birdie told me that you're here.
I'm scared. I told this guy I was in Mexico and
Someone told me you're back.
he told me he was moving to Toronto and he had to meet up with me ASAP. ASAP. Oh my god, and he texted me.
You're single, I'm single, so let's mingle.
and then he deleted that
it.
and sent it again. Maybe he thought that if he added a little more manners that she would say yes. He goes, you're
Single, I'm single, can we mingle?
It's like, oh my god, a week later he's like,
I'm so sorry, my friend took my phone again and texted you this.
I said, who?
so why is yours better than mine?
Why are you mad?
God, because what is this?
It's
you would have seen
not.
her like drawing. You would have seen her drawing.
I've been carving.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean in the sentence that I'm provoking out loud? Guys, and then I have one more story for you. Back in the country, same place, but just a year later. This isn't really a spooky story. It's just a funny story that I want to tell. So back in the country, there's now this new place that they created called Rosa's. It's giving like Mafia 2.0. But then I was late because everyone already did stuff, but I came in late. They decided to take me there because I'd never been. It was like a group of like 7 people, by the way. So they're like,
Oh, because like we've been with one you've never been, you have to go by yourself.
and I was like, okay. The thing that was scary is that one of my cousins, like, she showed me a picture, like, before we got there. It was like a whole thing. They're like,
Like, oh my god, like we saw a doll in the window.
what are you talking about? There's a doll in the window. They took a picture, and it was like, the blinds were open like this much, and she had to like shove her phone in and like take a picture of this doll in the window to get the picture. And then when we get there, I'm like going because they made the joke like, Kaylin, you have to go alone. So I actually did go alone, and then she's like,
Oh, Kaylin, come back really slowly.
so I was like, why? What's going on? You look in the window, guys, the blinds were not like really open. Like the doll was on view, like the blinds were open. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
They're like, what if someone's home? It's like, well, if someone's home, I'm like, who's knocking the door? I don't know why I was feeling brave this evening. They're like,
And you have to do it.
So of course I went to go knock on the door, and I knocked on the door and I waited because I thought we were waiting for someone to come answer the door. And I got yelled at. So
You're not supposed to stay there.
they're like,
What have you done if someone answered the door?
I'm like, oh, sorry. Like, sorry for flashing my light in your home. You know, my like great uncle recently died, whatever, and his house is still there. So we decided to like head into a shed. We decided to head into a shed, which was like at the back of the forest, and it was really scary. There's a room, and then there's like this mini door, and there's another room, and there's complete blackness. So everyone's like, oh,
This guy's so scary. Like,
who's gonna go in? So I was like, obviously I'm gonna go in. So I decided to go in, whatever. And I like refused to turn on my flashlight because I kept telling everyone like flashlights are for suckers like the entire day. We get into the second room, okay, I'm gonna scream. Scream as loud, I was like, ah! And everyone else got so scared. I come out, I was like, I'm just joking. I pranked everybody in that room. It was so funny. Hers is literally better than mine. I'm so like I really thought I was gonna win.
I have a friend who moved in, and it's a full mansion. It's a very creepy mansion, I must say. I go into this place, there's like these paintings downstairs, a full like man and like a piano. It's the creepiest thing I've ever seen. It's not that creepy, this story, but like there's the creepiest shit happens in this place. We took a balloon, we put it in the air. It's giving like a red balloon, you know, we put it in the air. We full on did some rituals because first of all, there's creepy shit was going on everywhere. Like we heard people running down the stairs. No one was there. We heard the piano playing. I was like, what's going on? There's no one in the house. And it's all when we're talking about this painting. But then I then put a balloon in the air. I said, let's try a little theory. Okay, I watched Sam and Colby way too much. I'm just gonna name drop them. And I was like, let's try some little thing. Like pop, blah, blah, blah. I kid you not, the balloon just popped. It was the scariest thing I've ever actually had. And it was complete darkness. One more thing happened when I was going outside. My friend apparently said that they saw a person running around the pool. I said, I don't think I believe that. Behind the whole thing is a whole golf field. They said that they always see like people walking in the forest, like black shadows and stuff. Let's just say that house is a full haunted mansion. It's just really what got me. Me saying pop the balloon. It even came towards me and just popped. I have no theory behind this.
Guys, like and comment on this video if you want us to go ghost hunting.
Oh my god, that's a full dream.
That would be,
I really
it's
want to
getting
make
cold now, so we would have to wait till like summertime or like spring, because I don't feel like ghost hunting like in the snow.
Yeah, actually,
you can't feel the spirits if you're already chilly. That's like a quote. Like someone should make a T-shirt of that. You can't feel the spirits if you're already chilly. Let us know when you want merch.
Yes.
I feel like we have to hit like 100,000 before we make merch. Help us hit that goal tomorrow. Guys, if we don't hit 100,000 subscribers by tomorrow, I'm never filming a video ever again.
Yeah, we're quitting YouTube.
Guys, I thought of one more story.
Yes.
I went to this like haunted jail, it's like escape room. I didn't know it was haunted yet. I didn't know. I walked in and like I said it as a joke. I was like, oh, imagine all of like, because when we walk in, there's like plexiglass all over like the bars. I was like, why's there plexiglass on the bars? The guy was like, oh, but that's because the prisoners used to hang themselves from the bars. I was like, huh? I was like, oh my god, is there like ghosts? And he looked at my mom, and then my mom was like, and asked for like permission to like expose the secrets. I don't even know what's going on. So then he was like,
oh yeah, it's the most haunted place in Canada, whatever, blah blah blah. Like search it up, guys.
you can search up. It's the Cornwall jail. I do the whole escape room, whatever. They like lock you in these cells. I didn't know anything, by the way, because I just found out that it was haunted like when I walked in. I'm like 10 years old. I don't have a phone. I'm not searching it up right away. I get to this one part. I'm holding this paper, and like everyone's like in this room. And I'm like outside of the room, like looking for like a code on the door or something. And I accidentally dropped the paper. The paper flies into this like hallway. It was dark. We weren't supposed to go in it because there was nothing there. But at the end, it was just like a complete like one singular cell. I dropped the paper and it flies there. And this entire time, I've been like, okay, because I didn't know anything. So I was like, oh, okay, like if anything ever happened, I didn't really care. But this paper flies into this area, and I'm standing there, and I said,
I'm not going there.
I got this really bad gut feeling, and I said, I do not want to go there. It was like my parents' friend who was with us. He went to go get it. Then we get home, and me getting on my iPad mini. Yes. Search it up. That area that I was scared of is the most haunted place in the entire jail.
He's sensing it.
I know, that was really creepy.
Yeah.
It was the solitary women's cell that I'm talking about, if you end up looking it up. I'm
really
down for ghost
creepy.
stories.
Hey guys, we'll see you when everything's cleaned up.
This is another step if you want to be an amazing pumpkin carver. Look, all you have to do now is just do this.
Yes!
It's that clean. Come on.
Stop, that's such a good hack.
Right?
Right, Kaylin? Okay guys.
All right. This
We
is our
got the
final result.
pumpkin.
This is my little guy. He has a little face. He has some horns because he looked like he had a gigantic forehead, like Pennywise.
Mine's just traditional. What's the traditional? Mine's just a pumpkin.
Okay, so now we're gonna put the
Halloween.
lights on and we're gonna see if they look cool.
Yes.
Isn't he cool, guys? What should we name him? Like, Gobletta. And then throw him in the sky. He's so cool. Pumpkins!
Okay, guys. Here's Pumpkin. Here's traditional buddy. He has a scar on his eye, as you can see, and he's smirking. He's enjoying the Halloween rest.
Okay, guys. This is the end of Christmas October. We hope you enjoyed our festivities.
See you next time.
See you.
It's not the end of us, but
It's not the end of us. Okay. Bye. Bye.
Salute. Oh, that actually was perfect.